All right, here is our video for concept 20.2. This is circles and circumference. And this again is an application problem. You'll notice that a lot of these have become application problems now. We've learned the basics. Now it's time to apply them, because really it doesn't matter if you know the basics unless you can apply them. Nobody's going to stop you and say, hey, quick, tell me the area of a circle formula. But you'll get a situation at some point where you'll need to know how to apply that, either a real life situation or a mathematical application situation. So here's what we've got. Julie's making a rectangular stained glass mural. She's using silver wire to frame the rectangle, and it has a perimeter of 120 inches. So that's an important piece of information. It has a perimeter of 120. She makes the sun frame in copper that has a diameter that is half the width of the rectangular frame. So it's important to know when they say she makes the sun frame in copper, they're talking about this frame, which makes it a circumference problem. And they tell you that. They tell you that right up here. It's a circumference problem. So our first step is to figure out what that width is. How wide is this rectangle? Well, here's what we know about perimeter. For a rectangle, for any rectangle, perimeter equals all four sides added together. That's how we get the perimeter of a rectangle. So for this particular rectangle, what we know is all four sides added together equal 120 inches. We know that it has a length of 40, and if that's 40, then this top part has to be 40. So there's 40 and another 40, that's 80. We know altogether it is 120. Now this is all, let me just label it here. This is all the work to get the rectangle. Problems like this are problems that you have to break down into parts. So this is work for the rectangle. So we have the 120. We take away the 80, which is these two lengths put together here. Take away the 80, and that gives us 40. So this part plus this part have to be 40. Well, we know they're the same length, so we divide that 40 by 2, and we get 20. And 20 is the length of this and the length of this. And since the diameter of the circle is half the width of the rectangle, all right, diameter is half the width of the rectangle, then the diameter has to be half of 20, which is 10. All right, now we're ready to do the circle. So for the circle, we know that that formula is pi times the diameter. We just said the diameter was this 10 right here, right here, right here. So we have 3.14 times 10, which gives us a circumference of 31.4. Anytime you're multiplying by 10, you just move the decimal 1 point to the right. Now, this question was a how much more question, which means we have one step left. And our one step left is to take the perimeter, which was 120, and the circumference, which was 31.4, and find the difference. All right, we want to know the difference between those. And in this case, the difference between those is 88.6 inches. There are 88.6 inches more silver. And that's our answer, 88.6 inches. All right, so that is your problem with applying circumference. Remember, match your test against this video and then bring any questions you have to class.